If you've spent some time on the Twitch or YouTube streaming scene in the last year, you may have heard of an interesting tidbit about Fuslie and her seemingly abnormal hygiene habits when it comes to showering frequency.
What is the point of showering tonight just to be clean for a plane ride?
I used to shower only every Saturday.
Never showering again.
How many weeks do you shower? How many days a week do you shower?
3.
Now, Fuslie has actually made some clarifications to these shower allegations.
Oh no, I actually bathe every day. That's the thing.
Oh, you wash your body every day.
Stating that she does in fact wash her body on an almost daily basis, and whenever personally referring to the term showering meant the inclusion of washing her hair as well.
That's showering, Leslie!
But is this even a big deal? Is showering infrequently actually doing harm to our bodies, or is showering infrequently only seen in a negative light due to social constructs?
I did recently buy some body wash, and I kind of understand the purpose.
Showering infrequently actually isn't necessarily a bad decision and may seem a little gross at first to those who shower daily, but in fact, at least medically speaking, the majority of us taking those long, steamy showers for 20 minutes a day are doing a potential disservice to the health of our skin than anything else, as prolonged exposure to this kind of water tends to dry it out.
So plot twist, it's actually not that weird. Thank you.
Also, our immune systems need a certain amount of stimulation by normal microorganisms, dirt, and other environmental exposures in order to create protective antibodies and immune memory. Immunological or immune memory is the ability of your immune system to respond more rapidly and effectively to previously encountered pathogens, and reflects the existence of a clonally expanded population of antigen-specific lymphocytes.
Here I come. Here I come.
So when your body is attacked by something it's already fought, these white blood cells remember the previous encounter and will have a stronger immune defense in place. This immune memory is why your first COVID vaccination shot probably felt like nothing, and your second shot felt like you wanted to die.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Now, the concept of personal hygiene isn't lost on streamers, but some of their interesting habits have come into question, with their responses turning into entertaining explanations when questioned.
I don't need to. I have the ABCC11 gene, okay? I don't need to.
Two things to note here. The first is something known as olfactory fatigue, or the term being noseblind, which is when the olfactory region of your sensory system makes gradual decreases in the responsiveness to a constant stimulus. If you're constantly smelling the same thing without interruption, like your own body odor or t-shirt, you may not notice any weird smells, yet when someone gets close and gets a whiff of your shirt, they'll wonder how long it's been since you washed yourself. Extra Emily also mentioned having something called the ABCC11 gene, which she credits to why she doesn't outwardly smell to those around her. She's correct in the sense that this gene is related to why she doesn't smell, but it's the fact that she carries a non-functional version of this gene that's responsible for no odor, not the other way around.
Ooh, wouldn't that be crazy?
Having a normal ABCC11 gene is responsible for the transporting of the proteins that create wet earwax and underarm osmodrosis, which is the funky smell most people have in their armpits and require deodorant for. Because she doesn't have a working gene, sweat molecules are now unable to cross a membrane barrier, starving any bacteria that may be waiting on the other side.
Oh no!
But what about being hygienic in other areas? Let's do a thought experiment. Think of the dirtiest surface in your house or apartment. Maybe it's your toilet, garbage can, computer keyboard, kitchen floor. Now think about not washing that surface for 6 months to a year and then putting your face on that surface. All of these places mentioned above would likely have less bacteria than your bed sheets and pillow covers.
Oh, good God. How often are you changing your sheets?
Oh, once a year.
Once a year. Okay, well,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's not even mentioning the dust mites. Dust mites are microscopic allergy-causing critters that tend to live in dark and damp places in most people's homes, one of them being your bed. A study showed that the average bed contains anywhere between 100,000 to 10 million dust mites, which feed on the average 300,000 dead skin cells that you shed into your bed on a nightly basis. So by doing some absolutely gross math, Extra Emily could potentially have up to 1 billion dust mites living in her bed and pillow by the time she decides that her sheets are dirty enough to wash.
We'll start easy, okay? Sheets and pillows.
Once a month.
Once a month.
That's too often.
Oh, good God.
Now, this may all seem a little vomit-inducing, but it's not all downhill for these two. If you're someone that showers daily, keep doing that, but Fuslie's initial assumed frequency of showering 3 times per week actually has no downsides, at least from a medical and science perspective. With Extra Emily, making small incremental changes in laundry frequency would at least tell her that there will be fewer dust mites the next time she goes to bed.